Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. Welcome to another video of Tepo Maseko International. This is Tepo Maseko, and welcome to my channel again. If it is your first time here, please hit the like button and not to forget to subscribe to this channel, not to miss more content of personal development, becoming a better version of yourself, and money wellness and just financial freedom, basically, right? And mental health, not to forget that, right? So today we're going to talk about values. Basically, values is what you stand for, right? Because if you don't have anything that you stand for, you'll probably fall for everything or anything, right? If you don't have anything that you stand for, when somebody says, let's go right, you go right. Let's go left, you go left. Let's go up, you go up. Let's go down, and all of that, right? And life is gonna, it's gonna hit you no matter what you do, whether you have a job, whether you're trying to study, whether you have a business, whether you're trying financial freedom, whether you all about improving yourself and growth, but life is going to hit you. But if you don't have anything that you stand for, if you don't have values, you're probably going to fall for anything and everything, right? Typical example is that, for instance, drugs is not my part of values. I would never do drugs, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about hardcore drugs. I will never go there, so there's no way I can be friends with somebody who's doing drugs because our values are not the same. Then what are we talking about? When he smokes drugs, do I stand there and look at him? Eventually, if I don't stand for anything, I'm probably gonna end up, doing that. There's a saying that if you hang around the barber long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. That's just how it is. If you don't have anything that you stand for, you'll probably fall for anything. Unless a person comes to me and says, hey man, look, I am a drug addict and please help me out. I want to do something about it. Not please give me money, because obviously they're going to go and buy drugs, but please help me out, dog. How can I do it? How can I get out of this situation? Now that's where I put myself aside and I don't judge a person by what they are going through, but I can see the bigger picture of what they are capable of, which is living this thing and be able to tell other people the same story that I was able to leave this thing, and now I'm a better person. Now I achieve more. Now I, travel more, or now I have a better understanding, or I see a bigger picture of my life, right? So I encourage you to also sit down, take a minute, with no distractions, with no social media, with no television, because we tend to love that, with nothing. Write your values down, all right? Write your top 5 values. Top 5 values, and that's not negotiable. Stand to your values, right? Because how you live your life every day, every hour, every minute, every year, it's how you're going to live your life by your values. You know what I mean? So I want to share my top 3 values. This is my top 3 non-negotiables. One of them is freedom. Okay, I love freedom. That's why I could resign from a job with no plan, because I understood that as much as I am hungry to go for my dreams and goals, I am valuing freedom. I only want freedom. That's my thing. And every day, what I'm going to do, my decisions are going to be based on my freedom value. My, spending habits are going to determine this thing called freedom, right? Another value that I have is growth, right? So I want to grow as a person. I don't want to be the same person that I was a year ago, a month ago. I want to improve. And not only do I do it for me, I do it for my friends, I do it for my family, for my kids, just to become a better father, a better friend, a better uncle, and just a better cousin or better family member, basically, better person, right? That's growth. So that's what I would do every day. Try, even if I read one chapter of a book every day, that's growth for me, right? Even if I watch, YouTube videos, even if I watch this motivational talks, this inspiring talks, right? Getting mentors. I pay a lot of money for mentors just because of my growth, learn from somebody who did it. Learn from somebody who walked this route. And if you want to be financially free, follow somebody who's financially free, right? Don't mean this in a bad way, but for me, I'll never take financial advice from a broke person, because you have to do it yourself for me to listen to you. You have to do it yourself for me to listen to you. You have to have an experience. You know what I mean? Even if you come to me and say, hey man, I tried to be financially free, I tried this methods, I lost money, this business failed. Now it's something else, right? Because I know you tried. So I will learn from you not to make the same mistakes, right? Because a wise man learns from other people's mistakes more than they learn from their own mistakes, right? Learn from other people's mistake. So the other value that I have is happiness. I love happiness. I love peace. I want to be happy. Come rain, come sunshine. It's not going to be easy every day. I'm not always going to be pumped up, but at the end of the day, happiness is number one for me. That's why I do my gratitude routine every morning and every night, just to remind myself that no matter what you're going through, right? As long as you're still breathing, as long as you're still standing here, something can happen. So be happy, because this might be the only, how can I put it, the only chance that you have, or the only moment that you have, or whatever the reason might be, right? So yeah, those are the three values that I want to share, right, for me, okay? And also, obviously, with what I do at the end of the day, I'm going to try people to get the same values that I have. Freedom. If you interested, if this typical value or this specific value of freedom, then obviously we are going to be friends. We're going to have some things in common. When we sit and talk, whether we're drinking a cup of coffee or whatever the reason might be, we're going to have something to share, right? And also people who are looking for happiness, people who want to know the real meaning of happiness. Because we tend to chase happiness until we get there and, I want more. Now you find yourself not being happy anymore, because nothing ever makes you happy. You just have to be happy where you are, right? Be in love with the vortex, right? The universe. So happy where you are. So happiness finds you where you are, because you cannot run. You cannot run after happiness. You'll never find it. That's why we see people who are rich, who are famous, entertainers. They end up taking drugs. They end up taking their own lives because they're chasing this thing called happiness. When they actually get there, and they're like, nah, that's not what I'm looking for. I can actually do more. Now you end up looking for other ways to find happiness: drugs, alcohol, all this sex, whatever, slavery, and all of that, right? Because we try and chase something which we cannot find. So rather be where you are, and happiness will find you there, right? Pretend, right? Feel like you're a millionaire before you become one, right? Feel like you're the healthiest person before you become one, right? And health will find you there. If you feel like it, probably you'll move the right directions, right? Like they say, thoughts lead to feeling lead to action leads to results. That's just how it is, right? And yes, like I said, write your values down. Know what your value is. Write on this video as well. Tell me what your values are. Let's share values. Let's also operate this thing. Let's go deep into this topic of values, right? And I want to ask a friend, right? And I said to this friend, he was a colleague, right? I asked this person, I was like, bro, what's your value? He said, what do you mean? I was like, what's important for you? What's your value? What is something that you will not go against, right? What is your value? What do you stand for? He said money. All right. I said, okay, money. So you work the whole month for this thing to get it the month end. So you say money, right? Let's go deeper. What does money do for you? What does money give you? Sort of pleasure, sort of what does money give you? He says, money buys me health. I was like, okay, how does that work? He said, I can, buy healthy things because they are quite expensive. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. What else does money do for you? He says, money, gives me financial freedom. I can do what I want, buy what I want, and everything. And I'm like, okay, so money is not your value. Think about it. There's something deeper than money. Freedom is your value. Like you said, money gives you, financial freedom. Health is your value. Like you said, money makes you buy expensive things that you can be happy, healthy, right? You can go to the gym. That's why you have money to pay your monthly subscription, or even buy the gymming equipment and bring it home. And day and night, consistently, you work on yourself, right? He says, so I also encourage you guys to go deeper than this. It's not about money. Well, when you think about your value, go deep into it, right? If you write money, go deep. What does money do for you? What does money give you? Because at the end of the day, how you use your money is going to determine your value, right? Some people just want to be comfortable. And it's okay to be comfortable until you can't be comfortable, until being uncomfortable is the only way, right? Because if you be comfortable enough, right? If you be comfortable enough with the kind of world that we live in, which is changing, which is, going to the internet, which life is changing. I mean, think about it. A person who did some work long ago, 10 years ago, that work right now, it's not appealing anymore. It's not relevant anymore, right? Because the world is changing. So you have to change with it. You have to go with the terms, right? So, yeah, this was the topic today for values. Go into it and also look at the kind of friends that you have, the kind of relationships that you're in, because that's why there's a lot of conflict in a relationship, right? Let me make a typical example. There's a partner, man and a woman. This woman wants so much attention, but this guy wants financial freedom. So probably this one is going to need attention from this one, but this one needs to work to get financial freedom. Work hard and work smart. Find opportunities, read books, look at their financial freedom, value. And this one wants attention. At some point, it's going to conflict, right? I'm not saying you cannot work it out. I'm saying sometimes it's going to conflict. So you don't have to sacrifice, right? But at the end of the day, you have to compromise. Okay? You have to compromise. Because, I mean, if you love this woman and he wants attention, sure, put some time on this thing that you would like to build, whether it's a business, whether it's financial freedom, take some time. But when it comes to her, give her that attention, right? Make her feel loved, make her feel happy, because that's part of her values, right? And maybe she doesn't know that her values. She's just like, that's how I am. No, that's not how you are. It's your value, right? Which a lot of people don't know about this. Yeah, that's how I am. What do you mean that's how you are? You're a spiritual being with human experience, right? Spirituality doesn't have a definition. We put barcodes. Have you watched the movie? I think it was Hitman or something, where they have a barcode here. Yeah, we put our lives with this barcode. I'm this type of person. I can only do this. I can only. Until you become uncomfortable, you will have to change. And you actually found out that, wow, I thought I was A, now I'm B. I thought I was B, now I'm C. So actually, it was not. It was actually this box that you put yourself into, right? But only determines it's actually your values, right? If making money is your value, if your job has to give you incentive just to make money, then it's not your value, right? Because nobody has to pay you for your value. Nobody has to force you. Wake up in the morning. Hey, wake up in the morning, go run. Hey, a person whose value is health, they wake them up even 5 minutes before the alarm goes on. They woke up, they're out of bed, the alarm rings 5 minutes later. Now that's a hungry person. Now that's a person who wants to go for what they want and what they love, right? So yeah, like I said, write down your values, because if you don't know what you stand for, you probably fall for anything and everything, right? Because some people, let me tell you, misery, I always say misery loves company, right? Misery loves company. If a miserable person comes to you and they found that you are kind of like standing for something, you are firm, you know what you want in life, they love company. They want you to be miserable as well. They will take you with. And if you don't have anything you stand for, you probably go with them, right? So yeah, that's my point. All I have to say is look at your values, write them down, know what you want in life, and comment on this video, right? Comment on this video, write your values down, write your top 5 values, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel, not to miss more content of personal development, becoming a better person of yours, for yourself, for your family, and for your community as well. Because once you start receiving it, is to give. Once you learn something, teach somebody else. Don't hold it onto yourself, right? Because you're probably going to die with the information anyway. So give it to somebody, let that somebody apply it and move it to somebody else. That's just how it works, right? So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I wish you all the best. I wish you know your values, know what you stand for, and know what you're capable of, right? This is Tshepo Maseko from Tshepo Maseko International. I really do appreciate your time, which is time is more valuable than anything, right? Not even money comes close to time. I can make 100,000 and lose it tomorrow, and I'll make another one the next day, right after that. But when it comes to time, yesterday will never come back. When it comes to time, an hour ago will never come back. Today's date will never come back, right? So that's why I say time is more valuable. Thank you very much. Hope you know your values. Like this video, hit the subscribe button. Let us grow together. Let us learn together. Let us become financially free. Let us become mentally well. And let us take those chances. Let us take those risks in life so we can make our dreams come true, because it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Thank you very much. I'm out.